Hey guys, welcome back to Startup Central. Today we're going to be discussing what's going on with Bitcoin now that we're experiencing a major market crash in the stock exchanges. So that is pulling the price of Bitcoin down, and we're going to be exploring a number of factors to trying to figure out whether Bitcoin is going down to the next support level, which is around $22,800, or whether if there's an opportunity for it to go up and reclaim the $35,000 mark. So without further ado, let's get started. So today we are seeing the traditional stock exchanges in red, like really badly. So the drop has not been as high as you see in crypto, but in terms of stock exchanges, it has been a steep drop, and it's not good news because the price of Bitcoin and crypto in general is tied for the last 2 years to whatever happens with the stock exchanges. So this crash will potentially influence the price of Bitcoin. Now, of course, Bitcoin has its own factors, and we're going to be exploring a number of them in this video. And towards the end of the video, I'm going to explain you what my thoughts are, where the opportunities are, guys, because in every crisis, there is opportunities. And I see what's going on as good opportunities to buy Bitcoin at a good price. And not only Bitcoin, I know some altcoins at a really low level, and there's amazing price to get in. The question is, are we in crypto winter? Because if you're buying during crypto winter, you need to be prepared to hold for a while until we get to the next halving episode in Bitcoin, which is going to happen in around a year and a half, 2 years. So that's it, guys. So we're gonna be going to the browser and trying to see what's going on and trying to figure out what's the next step for you and I in the crypto world, and where are the good opportunities. So here we are. This is the graph of Bitcoin, and as you can see, we were like zooming out. We were bouncing up and down in this big range between these two purple lines. And we were expecting to go back up really soon to the 70-something thousand level. Now, this expectation was just lost because we actually broke this support or floor, on this lower purple line. And by doing that, this range is kind of invalidated for the time being. Not forever, guys, for the time being. So until when? Potentially until we're out of crypto winter, if we are, and we're going to be discussing this. So before we go there, guys, let me remind you, I'm not a financial advisor. So everything I say in this video is for educational purposes. And hopefully I will be able to bring light to you so you can make the best decisions in your crypto investment portfolio. So going back to where we were. So we broke the support level, but not only that, we not only broke this purple uptrend, but we broke recently a support level that is called a structural support, which are these orange lines that you see here. And these are usually really, really strong support levels. And as you can see, the price of Bitcoin, actually, let's zoom out a little bit, the 30,000 mark, this mark, which I think, in my opinion, is one of the stronger supports of Bitcoin. And well, we'll talk about a little bit more about 30,000, but if you see every time the price of a Bitcoin hits this $30,000 support, it bounces immediately up and it reaches new heights, or at least good heights. So if you had purchased $30,000 Bitcoin here and you would have sold it here, you would have gained around 25 to 30% on your investment. Then it went back down here to $30,000, and immediately, guys, it went back up to $34,000. So that's a $4,000 profit on $30,000. That's around 12 to 13%. And it has done this a number of times. And then it touched again $30,000. And guess what, guys? When it did on back in January 26th of this year, actually of 2021, it went to an all-time high of almost $69,000. And then it went back down, it touched $30,000 again, and it went to $40,000. So if you were looking to trade every time we touch $30,000, as long as we do not break below the $30,000 mark, you have the possibility of making money with every bounce. So if you program a bot to do this, you will be earning a decent amount of money just by waiting for these bounces. So now another thing I want to draw your attention to is to this range. So that we still have this uptrend in the purple line, but we have a ceiling here, and every time we touched that ceiling, we went back down to that purple uptrend, and that had been happening for a while until it became what is called a bear flag. So bear flags, in technical analysis, those are a bad sign, an omen that the price of Bitcoin will actually, or whatever asset you're analyzing, is going to be going down. And actually, this is what happened, guys. And this is why I like technical analysis so much, because it is a good predictor. It not always is a good predictor, but I'd say 8 out of 10 times. So that's a big, probably if you were gambling, 8 out of 10 times winning is a good gamble. So in this case, 8 out of 10 times a bear flag will mean that we're going down, and this is what happened. Now, this was exacerbated by what happened with Terra and Luna and all that debacle. But still, we were already down when that started. And then that Terra Luna incident not only had the price of Bitcoin break this support, but actually it broke this other one, the $30,000 support, which is so important in Bitcoin. So, and we're saying all this because this brings us to what next. So we already broke below this range. This was a confirmed bear flag. And now what? Well, the Terra debacle caused another thing. It caused fear. And as you know, guys, and you probably have experienced this, if you're fearful that the price of Bitcoin will go to $10,000, you will probably sell your Bitcoin. Unless you're a long-time hodler, but if I was telling you Ethereum or BNB or Luna or whatever other token, if you were extremely fearful, then you will probably sell that token and buy a stable coin, hopefully not UST, and then wait until you see what's going to be happening. And let's go to this other website, which is the Fear and Greed Index. And where are we? Well, currently we are at 12, which is called extreme fear. So people in the crypto space, specifically in Bitcoin, are under extreme fear. So we are currently at 12. Yesterday we were at 8. 8 is really, really bad, but 12 is not good at all. So we are seeing that reflected in the price of Bitcoin, guys. So we are currently at $28,700, which is far below $30,000. As you can see, there's a big red bar here, and potentially we could be going to the next support level, which is 22,800. And let's explore some more, and then I'll tell you towards the end of this video how to profit from this. So here we are in the Nasdaq graph, and we see this red bar going down, which kind of matches, guys, what we're just seeing in the price of Bitcoin. See this bar? Well, it's practically the same as this bar, so we kind of understand that the markets are correlated. Now, another thing we need to understand, guys, is that currently we are practically in a recession in the US. So there was one trimester where the growth of the economy was negative. And if we add a second trimester, which we're 99% that will happen, with negative growth, that is called a recession. So that creates more fear in the stock market, and therefore more fear in Bitcoin, because they're both currently correlated. So if recession is confirmed, we'll probably see the price of Bitcoin go further down. So I had a purchase order at $30,000, one more at $24,000, and one more at $20,000. The one at $30,000 was already filled because I understand this is a strong support level. I was hoping before Terra that we will be bouncing between $30,000 and $34,000 for a while, and I was hoping to buy at 30 and sell at 34,000 a number of times. Unfortunately, we had Terra and Luna occur, and that created this issue where we are now no longer in this range. We are already in this range, and we already went down to 24. So we're not so far from the 22,800 mark. Now, the important thing to know, I think that now that we're seeing the Nasdaq chart crash, we're going to be ranging here. So we can dismiss this upper range unless something amazing happens in the financial markets or in the Bitcoin space. So now we are ranging down here. So we're probably going to be ranging between $22,800 and $30,000. And hopefully guys, we will not be breaking the 22.8, because else we're going to be going down to $19,500. And this is another support. Now guys, the $30,000 support level is a really strong support level, because we have, as we explored earlier, we have seen the price of Bitcoin rebound strongly every time we touch the support level. What about the other support, the 22,800? It is not a strong support level because it has happened a number of times, but so few times we have bounced up here. And if you see, the bounce is rather low. So I don't see this as a strong support level. Now, this is the beginning of that purple line uptrend. So that also confirms this is a support level. The stronger, not strongest, stronger support level is $19,500, which is down here. And if we break that down, guys, I'm afraid we're going to be going to $15,000 and potentially to a stronger support of $12,000. Hopefully, guys, we have already discounted the possibilities of going into US recession, which is almost a fact. And the markets will probably have already considered this into the price of Bitcoin. So the other thing I want you to see is, which is a big influence of the price of crypto and Bitcoin in particular, is this. This is a total amount of money into the crypto market. And as you can see, we have kind of a support level around $2.4 trillion in the crypto market. We already touched this and went up, and then we are currently at around 2.4. So we are at a support level in terms of total money in the crypto market. And as you might know, Bitcoin, you can see that up here, is usually 40 to 50% of that total amount. So if money dries up, the price of Bitcoin will go down. Now, since we are in a support level, and of course, these support levels are not as strong as the other ones, we could potentially see a rebound. So my thoughts, and let's go to the conclusions, guys. I think, first conclusion, I have a number of conclusions for you. I think, and this is not financial advice, guys, do your own research, but I think we're going to be ranging, unless something amazing happens, we're going to be ranging between $30,000 and $22,763, which is basically 22.8. And what's going to be helping us break upwards or downwards is, one, the confirmation of a recession, if that's not even discounted from the price of Bitcoin right now. And two, if there's good news. So let's say UST repegs, if that is ever a possibility, which I don't think it's going to be a big possibility, but if that ever happens, and also there's another video I just created, which is talking about an airdrop for UST and Luna holders. So go check that up. But if, let's say, if UST repegs and we suddenly regain $3 or $4 billion worth of crypto, then that crypto could go to Bitcoin and that could push the price up. But I don't think that's going to be happening. But that's just one example of something good that could happen and push the price of Bitcoin. I mean, there could also happen a lot of other good things happen, but I don't have a crystal ball. So if that happens, we might regain the $30,000 to $34,800 support. But right now, I see a good opportunity of buying Bitcoin at a lower level. I have a purchase order at 22.8. So if I buy Bitcoin at that price, I will be happy. And I still have another purchase order at around $20,000. I hope we do not hit that support level, but there's about potential for that happening. So, and then I could potentially place another one at the $12,000 support level, but I don't think that's going to be happening soon. But it could happen, guys. So my biggest thought, what I think is most probably going to happen, is we're going to be ranging between $28,000 and $30,000. And if that happens, if you buy here and sell here, that could happen a number of times. If you want to hodl, then buy here, you could place a purchase order here and then hodl until we reclaim, because it's going to be happening, guys. We're going to be reclaiming this eventually, probably when the next halving occurs. We're going to be reclaiming this range between the upwards purple lines. So we will be going to at least 77 or close to $80,000 when that happens. So I hope this video was useful to you. I hope I have provided you with the information and tools to make your own decisions and potentially earn profits from this market. It's a bear market, but there's always opportunities in crisis, guys. If this was useful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to learn how to invest like a venture capitalist from Silicon Valley would. See you in the next video. Bye-bye now.